Now, we're cutting back to this phenomenon. You know, in China, they love to film themselves in their own living rooms. Here you can see the date down there. This was like 5 days ago as well. 6 days ago.
It's so weird.
It is weird.
It's weird.
It's weird to be always recording your living room.
It's not just living rooms. They do their bedrooms.
Yeah, I know. I'd feel a bit uncomfortable because that stuff's connected to the internet.
I know. Stop doing that.
Yeah. Anyway, at first this looks very strange, almost fake. Okay, let's take a look. All right.
Wow. I like how it does that ring.
Yeah.
I burning ring of fire.
Okay.
That was a
Dianbao.
what do you call that thing? I know. I'm trying.
Battery
to think of
bank.
English. Battery bank.
You know, everybody
Power
has
bank,
a power bank. Yeah, sorry, power bank. You know those things.
I don't think they're a thing as much anymore.
You don't think so?
No, because remember they were kind of big because phones sucked. Like the phone batteries used to be, you get like 3 hours out of your phone.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now on like iPhones and stuff, you get so much time out of your.
It's true.
Your phone's not gonna die in one day.
I haven't seen them as much.
Yeah.
You're right. But, you know, there's still a big thing in China.
Sure.
That's because people are addicted to their phones. Their phones are used 24/7.
And they're on shit and like shit cheap Android, like
yeah.
Chinese brand Android.
Even if they're on a good one, they still
Yeah,
want to keep it topped up. So anyway, somebody's put their battery bank on the table there. And lithium-ion batteries, let's see. Bam. Okay. So, very scary. Always make sure if you're buying battery banks or any lithium-ion battery products, try to get a name brand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, last time we bought them from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Just because we know they have good QC.
If you have to, I mean, unfortunately, it's very difficult to avoid Chinese products
Yeah.
when it comes to these kinds of things.
Just try.
But at the very least, make sure that the batteries are like LG batteries or
the actual thing
Panasonic
inside.
or,
Yeah.
you know, they're from an actual, you know, country that cares about quality control, is what I'm saying. Otherwise, you end up like this. Because China sells the weirdest battery packs,
watch
right?
this. This is nuts.
Yeah, so we've got an example. But remember, you could buy like really like highly rated, like crazy huge ones.
Yeah,
and
for a
weird
while,
ones.
right?
Yeah, that were like in weird shapes. Remember, I bought that like floppy disk looking one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't buy Chinese stuff if you can avoid it.
Oh yeah,
Chinese
just from a
brands.
safety
Yeah.
point of view. You don't want this in your house and your kids sitting at the table or something, you know. Anyway, just to give you an example of why this kind of thing happens.
Don't touch it. Just don't touch it. You gotta let it burn out.
Yeah, I mean at the
'Cause
very
no, I mean it's making it worse. You're spreading. There was like
no, they got it.
they got it.
Yeah, you know the lithium-ion battery. Once it's run its course, it's done. But when it, you know, and what are you looking at? Look at this PDN.
It looks like someone put a phone on top of something.
Yeah, but it's not. This is a battery bank that's supposed to be 30,000 milliamp hours. Okay, now your average one is about 10,000.
Yes.
Okay, I'd say that's a pretty decent one is 10,000. So 30,000, now you're getting into the big leagues here. Now what's happened is the battery has gone baola, as they say. So the battery is basically expanded. I wouldn't be playing with this if I were her. I would be getting rid of that
You
thing.
would put that outside and leave it there.
You know, when you see the battery go like that,
Don't touch that.
yeah, don't go
Not a
near
good
it.
idea.
You know, a friend of mine told me a very interesting trick when it comes to batteries. You know, like an older phone or something where you could take the battery out, but also cameras and things, you could still take the battery out. If you put it down on the table and you try to spin it, if it spins around, it's
bad.
It's bad. Get rid of it.
You taught me that.
Yeah, and it works. It's real.
It does. Yeah.
So anyway, she's like, "Oh, look at this battery bank that I bought.
This is so
it like popped.
scary.
It basically popped open,
Right.
Because the battery inside went baola.
But this gets so much better.
Yeah. So she's like, well, let's see what's inside. So she takes out the battery. She's already disconnected it. She's like, I mean, dude,
It's still scary.
yeah, I don't
It's a big
like
slab
this.
of lithium.
Yeah, and it's like all kind of, I just don't, just put that away. She's like, okay, but that's actually a small battery.
Yeah, that's probably a 8,000.
Yeah, 8 to 10,000, who knows? This is supposed to be 30,000 milliamp hours. So then she, like, you can see the circuit board is here.
Yeah.
And then there's something like shrink wrapped underneath the circuit board.
She's
So you're
like,
like,
what's this?
yeah, you're thinking, oh, maybe more batteries or something, right?
Yeah, let's check out this Chinese product.
Yeah. So she's
Cut her
like,
open.
okay, let's cut this thing open.
I can already kind of see. No drug smuggling jokes, guys.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, that's the thing. You could smuggle drugs.
You
in this.
could. They probably do, don't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
They
Yeah.
probably
Battery
do.
banks, why not, right?
Why not?
Yeah.
Everyone's puckered up right now.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so, I mean, she's almost stabbing herself with the scissors, too. She's not very, she shouldn't be making these kinds of videos.
So I think it's a bit of an emergency. It's not like an influencer.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? This woman's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, like, what's inside?
I don't think she realizes it's about to blow up.
Yeah, and also that she's almost stabbing herself
too.
and she's going to bleed out and then catch
then
fire.
catch
Yeah, I know. Look,
It's
it's a
tile.
freaking, it's a floor tile.
It's like fake marble.
Yeah, look, two different ones, by the way. So, in order to give it weight, and this we've seen this a lot with Chinese electronics. If you buy something like I remember that guy bought a hard drive off of Taobao, and then what happened was it came in a big hard drive enclosure. What they'd done is they'd taken an SD card and then tricked it into reporting that it was like 5 terabytes or something, and then just put like hot glue and bolts inside that to make it heavy.
Yeah, we've seen them full of sand.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah. So in this case, in order to make it feel like a 30,000 milliamp hour battery, they've added tiles to give it that weight.
Please click like if you don't want your hand to blow up with the Dianbao. How do you say Dianbao? Power bank.
Yes, power bank.
We have a lot of words in Chinese that we only say in Chinese, like ma fan and stuff.
Yes, exactly.
They don't have a great English equivalent. Power bank sucks compared to Dianbao.
Yeah, Dianbao's better.
Yeah.
Anyway, just now you wonder why these things catch fire and explode is because there's a lot of this crap going around on the market that's completely unregulated because, you know, people buy everything off of Taobao, which is kind of like the Chinese eBay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. And the thing about it is you have no way of knowing about quality control. The only way you can tell is you can read other reviews from other buyers. But it's this weird mafia situation where the sellers, they want good reviews. So like if you have a problem, you contact them, you say, hey, what is this crap inside of this Dianbao? You're like, oh no, that was a mistake. Here, give me a good rating and I'll send you some money or I'll refund you. Or I'll give you something extra.
Don't expose my enterprise.
Dude,
Yeah.
I once bought
You got
I bought a
death threats.
secondhand phone off of Taobao because a subscriber came to visit, right? And he needed a phone, and so I said, okay, I'll get it for you. I bought one off Taobao. It was missing screws and stuff, so I gave him a mid rating. I didn't give him a bad rating. I was like, gave him like a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, that's good.
And I was like, it was missing some screws and it was rusty or whatever in some places. The guy phoned me, and he's like,
Got your number.
he got my number through the app. He phoned me, and he's like, why did you give me a bad review? I'm like, because there were screws missing. He's like, change it now. I'm like, no, I'm not going to change it. He's like, no, you better change it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to change it. And then I hung up on him. But he was really threatening.
Yeah, well, they do death threats. They actually give death threats.
Remember they sent body bags to someone who gave a bad review? So yeah,
China's wild, dude.
don't know what you're buying off Taobao is what I'm saying. So, you know, if you buy some cheap thing, it could just burn your house down.
And by the way, if you're using those cheap Chinese apps like Shein, Temu, and all that stuff, you're buying the same stuff that people are getting body bags sent to their house.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're buying. Those are the sellers, right?
Yeah, you got to be careful.
I remember you.
What did I tell you to make our background today?
You wanted like some Irish landscape or some garbage like that?
What did you say?
I said, that's not jovial.
You do get better local beers.
Yeah, but you never know what they're made out
never
of, like
know.
urine from a pig, you know?
These people are missing eyes.
They're weird.
No, but they're questioning your saying Elijah Wood was a heartthrob. Oh, I don't know if that's any good.
Everyone's having a laugh and a snigger. The guy comes back, starts drinking his piss and coke instead of bringing coke.
This is like flat coffee.
Oh, yeah.
It's cold.
This is not
isn't
the crow.
By the way, I just want to say I wore green for St.
Yes.
Patrick's Day.
For those of you who remember.